Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. New way to make a ribbon, or new way to me. So if you kind of take a screenshot of that right there, it's really kind of easy, but you got to really think about what you're cutting away in just a second. I'm going to take a rectangle. I'm going to take the shape tool and just grab one of the nodes and come inwardly. But then I need to go to object and convert it to a curve. And I'll show you why in just a second. We're going to rotate that 30 degrees. Then I'm going to take the shape tool and I'm going to select all the nodes and I'm going to right click and break it apart. And then I'm going to make a bunch of copies of it. And I'm going to put the first one right here with this node down to that node. So we need this. If you look at that black line, we don't need, and because I'm broken apart, we can do that. We don't need that line. But see, this is where those other ones are going to come into play. We do need this curve. You got to be right on that line. And see, it's funny, you can move it. Well, normally you can move it, but if you'll get that node and have it snap to it, and so you can see that when we got that curve, now we want this curve, and we're going to bring this one in and put it right there on that node. And then just use your imagination to which ones you want to cut away. And you have that because, we've broken all those lines apart. Now I'm going to weld this together, making that line all one line. Now we need to take this, hit the plus key and go up to where we're past. And then we just need to make a couple of lines between here to there. So I just find it easier just to take the 2-point line and go from that edge to that edge, from that edge to that edge. And you want to be on the mark. And then go right here. And you don't even have to be 100% perpendicular. You can take the shape tool and move that to that edge. I find once you've done that, maybe hit the plus key on the keyboard, whoop, and move that there. Now see, I'm a little bit off right here, and it would make a world of difference because you were going to cut that off. So just make sure all your lines are good. Now we need to connect the end of the two ribbons so the smart fill will work. And there's only that looks crooked, and it is. There's only a couple of smart fills you have to do. And something doesn't look right. Okay, oh, my bad. Take away that last line after you do this to make the ribbon. That's what I forgot to say. Because you lifted it up there now, because there's only a few. Let's use a different color this time. Let's use that, I really like that burnt orange. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. You've got the last one selected. You don't even have to use the interactive fill tool. You could just put black in there, but we'll go and put black in here. I'd have to zoom in to really look to see what it looks like, and it looks not very good. So we're just going to put a little bit of black in it. Well, come on, Corel. There we go. Now, if you like that, take the attribute eyedropper and take a sample and put it in the right spot, saying it looks the same. Now I think that blue is going to end up looking the best, but if we take the interact, and you don't have to do this part, and put that burnt orange on both ends, We're going to have to move this more of an angle and bring in white about on that curve, but that's too much, so we're going to put some orange on both sides of it. And you only have to do this once too. You got the angle about right. Attribute eyedropper. Look at that. Well, you're not going to want it on that last one because it's not a ridge. But that's pretty cool. A little bit different than the way I've done it before, but it looks pretty good. Anyway, take a screenshot of that right there. That's what you're going to need. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.